Feel the legs pushing up on the stairs. I'm feeling it. Feel the high that you get from the line. If you feel the rage of hell in the sky.
All right, guys, let's talk about this one quick second. So I made a video where I'll say why Darius and Brooklyn is the end game. Let me make a video of why Kenji and Brooklyn should not get together and Jurassic should not get back together and Chaos Theory. So here's my thing. Now, I'm not going to go in and say, well, I'm going to tell you because Darius and Brooklyn is in game and y'all are wrong, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you some points. I'm going to give you some facts, and I'm going to explain why Kenji doesn't need to be with Brooklyn at all. And this is Kenji. I'm not going to really do too much on Brooklyn because I have a video planned for Brooklyn, and I'll do a little bit. I want to really kind of have my thoughts planned out for about that one. That might be I don't know, some down the road. The reason I'm saying that is because Kenji is going through a development. He's growing. And this season showed a lot of that development. And I want to see where he goes. And I really want to see where this goes by himself. I don't want him to have Brooklyn there. Now, the problem is, since Brooklyn is now revealed to be alive, that gives Kenji a reason to keep searching for Brooklyn. But I was more better off him not knowing she was alive because honestly, you could see him going through some development because again, his dad died in front of him. Spoiler alert if you have not seen Chaos Theory season 1. And he got mauled in front of him. And you see him deal with that. He's jumping to things. He's trying to do things. And he's doing some chaotic, I'm not saying chaotic stuff, but doing risky stuff that could get him killed. But I think he's trying to keep his mind off his dad. Because that's something you will deal with. And I like how the writers and even the animators convey that in the show because most show would move past it. No, they really emphasized on it in the first few episodes and even through the later episodes. And I think Kenji should not end up with Brooklyn because I would like to see where his development is going. And if anything, what I think is going to happen, and this is me hypothesis, me theorizing, chaos theory, see what I did? Theorizing, is that he's going to meet Brooklyn first again, because again, I don't know why they always have Kenji meet Brooklyn. It is what it is. So Kenji's going to meet Brooklyn first, and he's going to ask Brooklyn, do you love Darius? It's not going to be Darius. It's not going to be Ben. It's not going to be nobody else. It's going to be Kenji. Kenji's going to ask that question, do you love Darius? And the answer from her mouth will be yes. I love you and Darius. He will make a choice. He will say, okay. And he will sit there. He's like, wow. He said, well, I want to say this to you. Well, I think you should be, he was going to either say something on these lines. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Darius has been in love with you since the island. And he's going to explain how he knows that because he's known since the island. Hell, Stevie Wonder known since the island. But he saw it too. Because again, why do you think, go back to Camp Cretaceous, was it season 4 or 5? I can't remember. Where it's him and Darius. And he said, yeah, I got something to tell you. And he was scared to tell Darius. Because he knew Darius liked her. He always knew that. That's why he asked Brooklyn out first before Darius. And, Darius was smiling, but you could tell that affected him because he wanted to ask Brooklyn out. And it was always like that. And I promise you, he's going to say, well, I think y'all two belong together. And he's going to pretty much give him, I guess you could say, the grace. Pretty much like, yeah, y'all two belong together. You have my blessing to be together. Even though he doesn't need to, but he's going to do that to show growth. And to me, that's going to make him the best character in that whole show. Actually, he'll make me my favorite character because He doesn't have to do that. He don't have to do that, but he's going to do that because it's going to show him, it shows character growth, not just as a character, but as a man, but as a human being, as a person, to understand that there's somebody out there that loves you more than I do. And it's brother from another mother, and it's Darius. That's what's probably going to happen. Now, again, this is my theorizing. I could be wrong. But if it goes this route, it's going to make Kenji probably the most well-developed character in the whole show. Because, again, I don't think Kenji needs her. Does Brooklyn need Kenji? She don't either, but he definitely don't need her. He needs just to keep doing his character development and grow as a character because he's getting there. Like, literally, through this whole trauma he's dealing with and him overcoming that and him saying that to Brooklyn and him that will make him the best character in the show because he's going through all this development that a lot of other characters have not reached. And like, I literally was like a Kenji in this whole scene. I was like, oh, wow. I actually started to like, I felt real bad. I understand where he was coming from. I was like, oh my God. I like, yo, I can relate to you now because I could never relate to Kenji. I related to him this season. This was the first time I related to Kenji in this season. And that's something that I thought they could never do. And they did. Does this make me think he belongs with Brooklyn? No. But this does make me think that they made the wrong move of putting Yaz and Sammy together, and they should have put Yaz and damn Kenji together. That's a whole nother video for another day. Please. We'll talk about that in another video. But, yeah. So, comment below and let me know what you guys think. You think I'm wrong? You think I'm right? Let me know down below. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.